Welcome back, guys, to your Kentucky X Files. Man, it was so loud we couldn't even hear it.
Only dogs could hear that one.
That was the
You mean Dog Man's?
Only dog man. Yeah.
all right.
So, if you wanted to see what happened just there, you're gonna have to go to the YouTube. So, there you go. I should drop in some like crazy noise right there. Like some kind of like sound effect.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do any of that. That's yeah, that's crazy. How's it going, guys? How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
I'm good, man.
Pretty good.
Nice. I'm a little sad to say that I watched a new Mel Gibson movie last night, and
You should be sad.
I was very upset because I'm a little not caught up to speed on old Mel. You know what I mean?
Right.
Last I saw, he was doing pretty good. You know, he had a couple of good movies. One of my favorites, Signs. You know,
Yeah.
and then I watched the movie last night called On the Line because it was like, oh, he plays a late night radio host. I'm like, that's cool as shit. I want to check that out. It was fucking terrible. Like it was. I watched it out of spite. Well, about halfway through, I was like, okay, this is bad. This is real bad. But I'm like, I was too far in. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm already this invested. I got to see it through. And then I regretted it at the end of the movie.
That's terrible.
My wife comes in and goes, "How was the movie? What happened?" And I'm like, I just looked at her and was like,
Too soon.
yeah, it's too soon after that. It was terrible. It was just terrible. Yeah. So check it out for yourselves out there. I don't know. But if it sucks, don't say I didn't warn you. It was pretty bad. Yeah. That was the highlight of my evening. Watching Mel Gibson, just not Mel Gibson movie, It was fucking terrible. Yeah.
That's bad.
It's been an interesting week so far. A lot of write-ins. You guys remember Jeff from a few episodes back?
Yeah.
They were up on the mountain,
Yep.
videoing and showing us stuff. What was it called? Pine Mountain, I think.
Yeah.
All right, so Jeff has been updating us ever since on what's been going on around there, like we asked. And here's the latest message with accompanying picture from Jeff, which I think is really interesting. 1 second here. Let me read his message from Jeff here. So last night I was trying to take pictures of the brightest of the lights we were seeing in the sky, and it tried to blind me. It started absolutely pulsating so intensely I had to cover my eyes, and I yelled, "What in the world?" And my nephew said, "What are you talking about?" And I said, "Look at that thing." And he said, "I don't see anything." I grabbed my camera and I took a picture, and what it shows me is this blown up copy. I will get the original and send it when I get home. I took them off this phone and put them on my computer. Tell me you don't see what I'm seeing. Here's the picture. So he says, "Tell me you don't see a face." The face appears in about 5 other photos, so I don't think it's pareidolia or it's not anything else. It is a face. It has to be a face. He says later, uh, then I get home. I take my son into the house, and my nephew goes into the house, and 5 of those lights show up in my woods above my house. I got 3 of them in the picture, which I will send to you right now. If you noticed in the middle, you can see one plain, but on the right and left sides, there are 2 more dim ones. The middle one is plain as day. So I guess that's this picture. I'm not really seeing what he's talking about here. Do you guys see anything? I see the light coming down from above there, but
That's really
Yeah.
the only thing I see. Yeah.
yeah, I'm not seeing the other lights. But okay, so he goes on to say, I grabbed my red laser pointer and I started hitting the middle one with it, and it starts going crazy and tries to get away from it, and then it starts dimming and everything else, but it can't get away. And all of a sudden, the brightest flares up with white hot intensity. I thought it was going to explode or shoot something at me. I glanced at it, and I stared at it, and behind the light that was emanating for what whatever it is was the same exact face that was in my photo. My mind is blown. I can't believe any of this stuff is real. I just feel like I'm in a waking dream right now. What is going on, guys? After I saw that, I grabbed my stuff and I went into the house and walked slowly and yelled, "I am not afraid of you." So I get to the house and my dog starts barking at the wind and then starts choking. He then starts puking. He's never done that before. I went outside later to walk the dog and saw 3 or 4 of them up there again, and they never really tried to do anything. So I'm not sure if they're just watching me or what, but this is a weird night. Absolutely. I feel like I'm just in a bad dream now. Oh, he sent another picture. My bad. Hang on. Okay, let me upload this one real quick. This is pretty interesting. Check this thing out. Look at all that. There's quite a bit of stuff going on in that one.
Is that Orion's belt in the middle?
It looks like it, but should we be able to see Orion's belt that clear?
I can see it pretty clear from my house.
Can you? Okay.
Yeah. And you got to remember, too, if he's in Pine Mountain, Kentucky, he's going to have a hell of a lot less light pollution.
Okay. See, it's funny you bring that up because I was thinking a lot about light pollution the other day when we were kind of in and out of this topic. Because we have a lot more light pollution up here. And I'm ashamed to admit it that I haven't been stargazing as much as I'd like to be lately. So I haven't really been looking for anything odd. But do you think maybe that's why we don't see some of these moving lights that people are seeing?
It's possible.
Because I remember years ago taking a night vision monocle and looking at the sky and seeing all kinds of crazy shit and thinking like, oh, I'm seeing dust or particles or whatever. But it looked like I was seeing more stars in between the stars. Like it was
Right.
insane the amount of stuff I was seeing. So yeah, I don't know. That's
Here you go. Here is, I just sent the Orion's belt constellation in the private chat here.
okay.
So you can compare it.
All right, let me grab that picture, drop it in here for the viewers.
Yeah, I think that is the Orion constellation.
Okay.
Here, I'm going to do this one too. This one here is a little clearer, and it looks very similar to what he's got there. I kind of want to see an overlay.
Yeah. It's pretty damn close.
Yeah, here's the overlay, or not overlay, but here's the. I just sent the cartoony one. It takes the archery out of Orion, and it's going to look a little closer.
Okay. Grabbing that picture real quick. I really, really love it that I can throw these pictures up now, just real time, just like that. Look at that. There it is. So there's that one, and here's his picture.
Right, and keep in mind that the picture that I'm sending, who knows what part of the world and what time of the year that is supposed to depict, compared to what he has.
Mm-hmm.
It's certainly like extremely similar. So I want to say, yeah,
It looks like it's Orion's belt.
If you actually look at the first one, the one that actually has the archery, it does show 3 little dots like between its legs. And if you look at his picture, it has the same thing right below the belt.
Yep.
But that being said, it's like, would you be able to see it that close? And then, just like you were saying, like light pollution.
I don't know. I mean, I wonder. I mean,
I
what
wonder
if we're looking at the wrong part of the picture?
Right.
'Cause
So,
I see more stuff down below, but
and what's that bright light in the top right?
yeah.
Is
Okay.
that like a spotlight that's outside of his house, or
Doesn't that kind of seem off? Like I don't know. That's weird, but I when I first see that, it doesn't seem like it's the moon to me.
yeah?
But I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there, and I wasn't looking at it from the mountain either, so I don't know. You know.
Okay. So, south evening. All right. Look here. I'm gonna copy this link. Man, I love this stuff. I miss my calling. There you go. Take a look at that.
Okay. All right. Let me throw this one up. This is just too handy. Too freaking handy. Okay. So there we go.
There you go. That was the moon in the top right corner.
So that is the moon. Okay.
Yep.
So we got the moon in the right place. We got the belt in the right place, right?
Provided he was looking south, I reckon. I'm not exactly sure
Yeah.
what phase we're at. Okay, so yeah, okay, here we go. South early evening, and we're past into February. All right. God, this is great. I just wish I could just slap pictures in instead of having to send links. But there you go. That kind of gives you like a time frame, you know.
Okay. Yep. All right. Let me throw this one up for him.
So I think we might have a case of mistaken identity on that one. Now, that being said, they have definitely seen some weird shit.
Yeah. For some reason, it won't let me upload that picture.
That's, yeah, it is what it is.
I don't know why.
All it did was give a little more context into the moon placement
Yeah.
compared to Orion from the previous one.
So maybe, it definitely it doesn't explain the movements and the flare ups and all that stuff, but at least we know what the sky is doing at that time.
Yeah.
So we could say that anything outside of where the moon is and those stars in the middle, we could safely say that that stuff is normal.
Yeah. Yeah. The moon phase in February definitely has the moon basically to the top of Orion itself.
What do you
Now,
guys make of that?
It looks like Shredder from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay, yeah,
Now you can't unsee it, right?
Yeah.
I kind of can see like it looks like it's wearing a helmet.
Yeah,
And it kind of looks like it's wearing a mask.
I kept thinking like Casey Jones or or Jason Voorhees.
I mean, okay, so we're all agreed it's somebody with a mask.
Yeah. It's easy to see a face in it, that's for sure. I can see two spots for like eyes almost, and
Right.
There's kind of a fade in the middle, like where like a nose
Yeah.
would be.
Did he send this over? Did he send it over in Messenger or an email?
He sent this over Messenger.
That sucks. The compression's gonna be all jacked up.
He said that last picture, his explanation was, here's a picture of some of the only stars that are ever out in the sky. It seems like this is Orion's constellation. And since when do the stars in Orion's constellation look like stage lights?
See, and I think some of his stuff that we're having trouble with is that the camera he's using, and on top of the fact that he's sending it over Messenger, we're getting so much compression loss that it's hard to even, it's hard to even dictate what it is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mess with this picture real quick.
Okay, I'm gonna save a few more pictures that he sent that actually seem like they're taken in series and they actually are showing movement. So I'm gonna go ahead and upload these. I'm gonna get rid of this crazy face we're looking at, and Let me look back and see what he says about the timestamp of these real quick. From left to right. Okay, so
Yeah, I'm going to send this back to us in our private chat on Facebook, and this is just a little bit of editing, um, changing contrasts. I can't do anything with the compression,
okay.
but you can kind of see like the sphere of whatever it is he's taking a picture of. It looks a little less pareidolia, but I don't know. That's weird.
Here's a few pictures that he sent, and apparently one of these lights is all over the place. But to be honest, it looks to me like the camera is being moved. So I'm not really sure. Like we can't. If you send us pictures out there to show us this, you have to make sure that that camera is still, because it's impossible for us to dictate movement if every shot you take is from a different angle.
Yeah,
That it does it. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but you know what I mean. This is stuff we have to do if we want to ever build a science of this. You know,
right,
we have to eliminate all variables, and one variable is the camera moving. It's
right.
the same thing that you Sasquatch guys have in your head. Blurry pictures, never going to get anywhere.
Yeah,
You know?
agreed. And just so people know, I don't know if they're aware of this or not, but you can buy camera phone like a cell phone mount that mounts to things.
Yeah.
So it like squeezes your phone, and you can put it on like microphone stands. You can put it. They make some that like have the legs that'll wrap around things. They make some that are like that have like a clamp, like you would use on a side by side or whatever. You know, that'll
Yeah.
clamp onto a tube or a square piece of stock, and you can tighten it up, and you can adjust and get your camera where you want it. Then you could take pictures,
Yeah.
and the camera does not move if you're not using a professional camera on a bipod or tripod. And I think you can even take the mounts, and there's probably an adapter to go from these to. Matter of fact, hang on, I'm going to get one real quick
Okay.
and show everybody.
I know there's another type too that you can find called a gimbal, and you can clamp your cell phone in it, and no matter what you do, it will hold that camera steady. So if you're out there, you're seeing stuff, and you really want to get your stuff shown, a gimbal is a good idea too.
Okay, so I've got the one we actually use here in the studio, and this is for Denny so that he can have his lyrics if he needs them. And they literally just do that.
Thing's a miracle.
And then you can have your camera on this side. Always, always, always use the rear facing camera because the megapixels are better. Always, always, always wipe your camera off before you take pictures.
Yeah, or else you're gonna see this.
Yeah. But
Just
always
multiple pictures of that.
microfiber cloth goes a long way into getting clearer pictures.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's keeping the camera still, taking multiple, you can even do bursts on some phones.
Yeah.
Big difference for us because everything we get, the internet compresses. And when the internet compresses it, it screws it all up.
Yeah. It's unfortunate because we love getting the pictures in. We love looking at them and trying to dissect it, but we have a little bit of trouble sometimes because, cameras get moved and, it happens.
Right.
You guys, that's all I have for Jeff right now, but I'm sure he will update us. Do you guys want to hear some of the emails that came in?
Yeah.
Okay, let me bring that up real quick here. All right, here's the first one. Dear guys, I'm reaching out to you about your car's extended, you son of a bitch. You're getting so crafty.
Yeah, but whose car?
Yeah, it didn't say. All right. Shit. Here we go. This one came through email. Hey guys, just wanted to reach out and say there's definitely something interesting going on in the skies. Perfect timing. My story starts a few years back when I noticed the little moving lights in the sky over my hunting property. It's only maybe 5 or 6 acres, but it's been paid off for about 12 years, and I love it there. I regularly take many hunting vacations there, and I enjoy the outdoors in my mini cabin. Even in the winter, I'll throw some logs on the fire and just go enjoy the disconnection from the modern world for a little while. That sounds pretty amazing,
Right.
to be honest.
Yes.
Anyway, I started noticing the lights a few years back, and let me tell you, this is the craziest shit I've ever typed out. uh, on my end, it's not as bad. I mean, I hear about this stuff a lot, so you know what I mean.
Right.
I guess I'm getting desensitized, but I'm sorry. That's just for some reason that just got me. Craziest shit I typed out. I'm not the only one noticing it. During these nights of particular activity, I keep hearing odd sounds in the woods. That's new. I heard howling like a huge dog or something. And then on another occasion, I heard the sounds of rapid fire tree breaking. It sounded like someone was pushing down multiple trees at once. The next morning, yes, I was too chicken shit to go out that night. I
That's
get it,
fair.
man.
Fair.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fair.
I went to investigate, and not a single tree that I could tell was down or broken. This is odd because it sounded really close, but there's literally nothing. Recently, the lights were there again, disappeared and reappeared. Sorry, punctuation. Um, in different spots in the sky. That night, it sounded like a huge bang, like someone closing a giant trunk or something. It had a ring to it, and my first thought was it was the ring that you hear when you fire a rifle, a big clang sound. Anyway, I still see the lights and they don't bother me, but it's more interesting than anything. The sounds that happen shortly after or during are very unsettling to say the least. That's Jeff in Maysville, Kentucky.
Okay.
Another Jeff. That's kind of weird. Two Jeffs.
Yeah.
Pro- Probably coincidence, but still, I mean, that's odd. The sounds, I've never heard that before.
The sound he describes is almost like the one they talk about in the missing 411.
Which one?
That metal banging, clang, ping sound. What I'm getting some big TV noise in the
Yeah, I'm
background.
getting a lot of TV noise in the background. Somebody's mic is cranked. Yep, there it was.
Yep.
Yeah, you say it was the missing 411 has a sound like that? Is that the same thing?
Yeah, you've talked about it on the show quite a few times. Where there is it the missing 411? Maybe I'm misquoting, but they were talking about like the
It's like a steel trap, a clank.
steel trap sound. Yeah, so that ping, pang, whatever.
Okay. See, I guess I was thinking more of like when you're shooting without ear protection, the little ring you get. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Like maybe the tinnitus sound.
Yeah, pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's interesting though. Yeah, I haven't. I mean, we've had several people now talk about the lights in the sky, but this is the first time I've heard the noises accompanying it. The howling like a big dog. That's kind of
Right.
weird.
That is weird.
Mhm.
Now, like the several tree breakage stuff, that sound. Squirrels can sound like a herd of elephants
Yeah.
if there's multiple of them playing in the trees. They'll make all kinds of racket. Um, I mean, they can, maybe it wasn't branches that are up. I mean, there's a lot of dead limbs down right now. Maybe something was walking around and breaking limbs on the ground.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. His let me find it again. His description sounded like someone then on another occasion I heard the sounds of rapid fire tree breaking. It sounded like someone was pushing down multiple trees at once, but the next morning I went to
Okay.
investigate and not a single tree that I could tell was down or broken.
Okay, I digress because he said it sounded like trees being pushed over. That's an entirely different sound.
I've never heard that before in
Yeah.
a report. That's pretty
Yeah.
wild. That would be unsettling. I'll give
Yeah.
him that. Like if I woke up to that or just heard that randomly, that would be
Well, I mean,
That would cause concern.
that's definitely. I mean, regardless if you take the supernatural out of it, the sound of timber cracking is a terrifying sound. If you're laying on the ground or
Yeah.
camping or whatever, that's like, you know, trees are big.
What's about to fall on me? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, am I about to get a headache or what?
All right.
You know?
Well, definitely, Jeff from Maysville, we appreciate you reaching out, man. And don't hesitate to update us. Let us know everything that happens. If you can catch any pictures of those lights, I'd like to see it.
Or some audio.
Or some audio. Yeah.
Yeah,
Love to hear it.
I know you're not going to get good video in the woods at night, but if you're out there and you got shit going on, obviously be safe first.
Yes.
But second, video and audio recording for Kentucky X Files.
Absolutely. All right. So let's see what's next on our email list here. All right. Here we go from Roger. Boys, this is it. The government is doing all this to keep us distracted. I know it sounds out there, batshit nuts, but what is it, man? What this description?
Welcome to Kentucky.
But man, this stuff is getting real. Celebrities in the news doing stupid shit, balloons getting popped. Don't get us started on balloons again, man. Trains. They're just trying to keep us from looking at the real problem. The ruling class is taking away our liberties. Keep up the good work, guys. Keep telling the truth as you see it, from Roger in an undisclosed location. Thank you, Roger. Did you type out undisclosed location? I'm just curious about that. If you did, I mean, that's cool. That's a good touch, but because I know it doesn't automatically add that. So you had to have typed. Okay. I digress there too a little bit. I got one more here that says Somerset, Kentucky. All right. Why did you guys go silent about this? Did someone threaten you? This is a real problem and it needs attention, from Vicky. Well, Vicky, I figured this was coming eventually, so let's talk about it. There is apparently a group of really nasty people doing some pretty heinous shit. And as my guys here have pointed out to me, is we're not exactly stealthy about hiding who we actually are. 2 and 2, you know what I mean? We can't do much to help you if we're blasting it out there, painting a big target on ourselves. But we do keep the lines open, if you know what I mean. So multiple people have written in. We're not ignoring you. We're never going to do that. You can write to us. You can ask us. You can ask us for the information. We share between the people who allow it. We put you in touch with each other, and we help as much as possible. We've gotten advice from multiple people on this subject,
including law enforcement,
that has pretty much said it's probably best to not go blasting out these people's business. And you got to think that, in the world, this is a human trafficking problem, right? It's a real thing. It's happening every goddamn day. You're around it, whether you know it or not. You're around it. Okay. It can't just be us. It has to be everyone looking for it and exposing it. We're just 3 dudes, so we can try to get the word out, but that's up to you guys out there. You know what I mean? You guys help us get the word out. And our best thing we can do is listen to your story and share it with others just like you, and try to get you in touch with them. Because like I said before, I said it, on the original episode that we aired, the blood auction episode. At first you're alone, but as soon as we start putting you guys together, now you're more. Now you're an army. Pretty soon you're going to be bigger than them. And if we can help, great. But what we can't do is we can't put our families in danger. We can't always be everywhere at once. And I'm sorry, Vicky, but that is as far as I'm willing to go into the explanation as to why we don't do multiple episodes about this topic. I feel like the best help we can do is getting people in touch with each other and trying to create a network to help. You know, so I hope that answers your question. I hope you're not too disappointed, but it is what it is. You know, so yeah, I expected that email eventually.
Yeah, I did
You know,
too.
I did. I'm glad that Vicky messaged us about it. You know, it's good to get it right out there. Oh, let me see here. I'm checking the website, make sure there's no other messages I missed. Let's see here. We got one, but he was sending us a link to something to check out. I don't know. I don't know how well that would translate over to you guys. We got a link from a fan who says, if you want to have your mind blown, check out Joe Rogan Experience podcast 1897 with Graham Hancock and Randall Carlson regarding the release of ancient technology. Um, if true, this is now the second mention of the release of information on free, sustainable, clean energy technology to come out this year. And I'll go ahead and, well, I guess I don't have to link it if I just gave you the episode number, right? So there you go for that one. I appreciate you sending that to us.
Yeah.
You know, very cool. That's all I got for emails and messages coming in just now. But yeah, man, I'll tell you what, the Somerset thing, man. We opened Pandora's box with that
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, and it's like you said, that was something we actually, when that started getting real heavy and we started getting a lot of emails and messages, that was something I believe we actually were sending video communication between each other about it. And that was one of my major concerns is I can't very well be at work and be home protecting my family at the same time.
Yeah.
And if we say the wrong names,
Yeah.
you know, and that's the thing too, is that, we're hearing one side of everything, right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm not saying
Yeah.
he is not telling the truth, but we're hearing one side of stuff.
Yeah.
We are not the judge of the jury.
No, this is not a court of law, you know?
No. And it can get into some really dark places fast.
Yes.
I'm not even talking about like if we say somebody's name and we're accusing them on the
Yeah,
show.
that's kind of a thing. You can't really, you don't want to get into like slandering people, and
Right, because then we get lawsuits against us, and all that, which that's the
Yeah.
minor thing. That's the minor side of things. What
Yeah.
I'm more concerned with is, like you said, is that anybody that has enough time to sit down and listen to every episode could probably piece together everything it took to find us.
Sure. Yeah. And, the other thing too is for you evil fucks out there that might think about trying it, if you kill us or hurt our families, you're proving that everything we said is right. So ha.
Right.
all I kept saying is that nothing, like, we didn't come to this decision by not talking about it anymore, or we're not even saying that we're not talking about it anymore. Like, didn't say that he's keeping the phones open, basically the communication open.
Communication is
Right.
open.
And actually,
shutting it down.
The last few messages we got, the people didn't even want their stuff on the air. They just wanted to tell us the story.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've had several messages came in, and it's startling just how accurate and how detailed they get.
But you gotta get down to the like the bare minimum of what this is that what we were talking about there in this organization that does this stuff are high powered people. Like, and what could they do to somebody like us? We are a small podcast. Yeah. We're growing, but like that's what I'm saying is that we're still just a podcast. We're not some public official or something like that could have been in this or allegedly or something of that nature.
Yeah.
It's not going to end well for us if we start pointing fingers. And by all means, if if those people are involved, I'm not trying to diminish what they've done. But you got to understand where we're coming from. We got families, and if you keep poking a bear, it's gonna come after you.
Yeah.
It's like, and we're willing to help as much. We want to be the vigilantes that we want to be, but
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
like
do you really want us in charge of that?
I'm just saying, like, I
No.
can't do any more barrel rolls. Ah, man, I'm getting older.
I mean, it hurts your
I
back.
can't I can't jump from roof to roof anymore.
You're not all nimbly bimbly like
I'm
anymore.
not all nimbly bimbly. And
I
I
mean,
hate to throw a joke at it too, but like, you get where we're coming from. I hope
yeah,
people out there are understanding where we're coming from, because this ate at us, and I
Oh my God,
wholeheartedly,
yeah.
like, it ate the fuck out of us.
yeah,
We wanted to be those guys to help this, like, to push this issue, and because it's a crazy issue that
Yeah.
we all hate,
right.
because it's disgusting that it's like literally right behind us.
And I'm not opposed to telling more people's stories,
Yeah.
but I feel like we need to do it with diligence
Yeah.
and be careful.
I'll be
you know.
dead honest with you guys. I actually, right after we had that first real talk where you could tell that it was eating at us pretty bad, because I know, like Tyler said, I know what we want to do. I know what we want to do, but it's not just us. We got families to worry about here, so you know what I mean. And even that is a conundrum, because those same families that we're trying to protect are also potentially at risk, with or without this,
Yeah.
with or without us talking about it. The risk is out there right now, and there is no guarantee.
Yeah. And it's
But
absolutely sickening that it is out there.
I sat there and wrestled with the idea of just creating an anonymous podcast to just broadcast these stories 24/7. And in the end, I took everything and I put it in a folder and I shelved it. And I thought, if this thing gets big enough, I'll do exactly that. But it has to be anonymous. It has to just play the stories and leave it at that. But I don't know. But the lines of communication are open. You can send us messages if you want to talk to others just like you. What we do is you give me your information, tell me your story. I basically will screen you as best I can, and then talk to the others and see if they're willing to speak with you. And if they are, then I'll get you hooked up. And so far, it's worked out pretty good. Um, Other than that, though, I'll put a link in this to for human trafficking information lines, things like that. You can do your part if you see something weird. But you guys remember Angie? She was our first lights in the sky story.
Yeah, jellyfish.
Yeah. Down by
Okay.
LBL, right?
Yeah. Now I got 3 video clips that she sent. I've not watched them yet. Have you guys watched them?
No.
I think I was looking through them.
Okay.
Let me switch over here.
I was kind of wanting to play them and just see if we could catch anything. You guys up for that?
Yeah, I watched the first one she sent on Tuesday because I think I had the same. I sent a video to our chat of the stars in the same position as she had, and it was
Okay.
weird because it was low. But yeah, go ahead and let's see.
All right. So here's one, and hopefully she didn't cuss too much in this one. If like a what the was that?
Right.
I get that. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we get. Please, I hope I don't have to edit stuff out.
Yeah, I can hear you. There's a cars going by.
Well,
She said there was cars going by.
there was cars going by. Yeah,
How low to the ground are those lights?
I have no idea. Let's go to the next one. That was kind of weird though, the triangular formation. All right.
Okay, here comes what we call a rover. This one's moving really fast. Red and white, red and white. It's not a plane. This one. Oh, you stopped it dead, dude. Great.
I didn't stop, it's just going straight out.
Dude. That's wild looking. Did you see all the other lights? Like, I thought it was a car until it went two different directions.
Well, the one light I believe is a laser pointer.
Okay, yeah,
the,
that's
the green light. 'Cause
yeah.
he
You
talked
can
about
tell that one because he's like squiggly wiggling it.
But there was
And-
like red and white. I saw that like going back and forth.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was lights, because you can hear cars in the background. And I thought that was cars going through like the tree. You
Yeah.
could see the headlights through the trees. But then you would see like random like red lights. Like it goes back to white. I was like,
Do you want to look at it again?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, let's look at it again.
Okay, here comes what we call a rover. This one's moving really fast. Red and white, red and white. It's not a plane. This one. Oh, you stopped it dead, dude. Great.
I didn't stop, it's just going straight out.
Wow. I actually saw it split into two lights that time.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that the first time. Wow. I got a third one here. You guys want to check it out next or?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
I'm still kind of confused on that one.
Yeah.
These two guys are not stars, and they will move soon. They show up before it's even dark.
Now it's back up in the air.
Which one? I'll get it in a second.
I don't know. Those look like stars to me.
So, okay. Let's see, y'all. Let's see if I still got the video. I think I might have deleted it already, but it should be in our chat.
I saw the picture that you had the same exact above your house, or above your like behind the house of somewhere over the field.
Okay. Wait, you want to show that picture?
It's a video.
Oh, 1 second. Let me
It's a 7-second video in the chat. It's
Yeah.
From last night.
The only thing I kept wondering is it that what's that link or something link the
Starlink?
SpaceX? Yeah, Starlink. Isn't it 3? Isn't it?
it's a
3
lot
satellite-
bigger than that now.
Yeah.
Oh, it is now. Okay. But because when they first started to orbit, everybody started throwing that up as like, what is that? What is that?
You know, something I do want to say before we get too far, because there's 2 guests in a row tonight. Before you start shining laser pointers at the sky, check the laws to make sure it's okay. Because there's certain colors you're allowed to use, I think. And I believe that if you accidentally hit a plane and they could figure out where you were, it's like a $250,000 fine. So
Ouch.
let's just be careful, guys. Be careful with laser
Yeah.
pointers,
I don't want to
Wow.
have to break open my piggy bank.
right?
All right. So I don't know. I uploaded yours and one more of Angie's. I don't know which is which, so I'm just going to click. I'm gonna have to say thanks for the like sweet jams during it though, Angie. That was pretty awesome.
It kind of felt like Funky Town, didn't it?
Yeah.
It,
And then that means
somebody
that
was
this
playing a Game Boy, but in the background.
that means this other video is Josh's, so I'm gonna play it.
Yeah, little short 7-second clip. So when I saw her original,
That one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't have a still of it, so I just clicked it real quick to show it. Like,
right?
But it
Yeah.
was like, but on yours, it was like, the bottom. I could tell on that one, the bottom, like I guess you would say, light was dimming. It looked like it was dimming a little bit.
No. So you remember behind my house is a lot of trees.
Yeah.
So I'm standing there with my phone in one hand and Leroy in the other. So I can't possibly be still enough to keep it from moving. So it's getting behind a branch.
gotcha.
So it was
Right.
a solid, steady set of lights.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, the branches
And-
made it look like it was blinking.
What are we looking at here? I just saw this come through.
That is the edited photo that I did of Jeff's picture he sent with the pareidolia or
Okay.
the face or whatever.
Yeah.
And when I changed some of the attributes to it, the circle becomes less in the center, it becomes less mask shaped
Yeah.
and more of a sphere.
Okay.
But I mean, it still looks like a face.
Yeah.
I still see the eyes.
That's wild, man.
It kind of looks more like a Mortal Kombat character now, though.
Yeah. I don't know, man. This shit's crazy. I mean, for you guys out there listening on all the streaming services, you definitely want to get over to our YouTube and check out this video because everything we're talking about, we show it to you on the video. So I noticed lately that the YouTube seems like it's coming back to life, and that's pretty cool. And we've been doing a video for every episode. So if you get a chance, swing over, say hi,
Right.
No.
Yeah.
comment,
and
comment.
We do goofy stuff that you can't see on the streaming platforms,
I know, man.
like our professional titles right now.
Yeah, you're not even seeing that.
Right. And I'm not going to tell you what they say.
Yeah. So yeah,
Mine's
you're gonna have to.
X Files. I'm not fancy like they are.
Yeah,
We're fancy.
we're fancy.
I'm just chair number 3.
Or that one from Foretold Fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Do you think we should let them have their day? I'll get
Yeah.
this thing put together, get it out to you guys tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Because we're so last minute. This happened last night. How's that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Again.
It's our hump day.
This summer, for the last time, again. Yeah. All right, you guys out there, take care of each other. You know, keep an eye on us. You know, just make sure we don't do anything dumb. Okay.
Mwah!
See ya.
That's kind of a tall order, though, isn't it? I mean,
Right. No shit.
well, yeah, it might have been an unfair thing to ask.
Yeah. Like, oh, you guys act like you don't have time.